Fashion is always changing. Every season brings something fresh and new in the form of fashion trend. Now, I've always been someone who focuses on versatility and timelessness within their own wardrobe. But I must say, my style would not be what it is today without constant observation and experimentation with what is currently trending in the fashion space. In fact, I'd almost say it's vital to personal style growth to always consider certain aspects of trends every now and then, especially when they really resonate with you and could potentially progress your personal style. So we are doing something a little bit different today. We are talking autumn/fall 2024 fashion trends. I want this to be a sort of very casual chit chat, so we're here at the desk today with my PC and my coffee. As always with me, everything you see will be linked down below, so if anything catches your eye, go and check the description. And if you enjoyed, don't forget to drop this video a like and subscribe. We are so close to 10k subs now, and I'd love to have you along for this journey. Right, let's begin. Okay, so I've broken these down into certain categories just for convenience sake. And firstly, we have everyone's favorite, well, at least my favorite, we have outerwear. There aren't many things that people absolutely need when it comes to fashion, but everyone to me at least should have a reliable, solid coat or jacket rotation for the colder months. And for fall 2024, workwear jackets really seem to be having a strong re-emergence back into the limelight, not only in menswear, but also in women's wear. I mean, it makes sense, right? It's getting colder, you need to get your jackets out, and they've been probably one of the most popular jackets for the past few fall and winters. This year though, it's not necessarily about the brand or the fabric or the cut, but the closure. I'm talking about clasp jackets. I've also just seen them sometimes called fireman jackets. I really don't know where this came from actually. First time I saw this type of jacket was last fall and winter, I believe, when all the fashion girlies were after this shearling type of jacket with a leather clasp closure. At the time I thought it was kind of cool, but I really didn't think anything of it. Fast forward to this fall and winter, and yeah, lots of people seem to be talking about these. I just think it's a cool way of sort of reinterpreting your very typical workwear style jacket into something new while still maintaining the essence of that very rugged, very reliable kind of workwear jacket. Just from what I've seen, Ralph Lauren has produced quite a lot of these metal clasp jackets over the years. This is their current offering for 2024, and I must say this jacket is stunning. I also found this absolutely beautiful black satin nylon jacket from Jinya Watanabe, and I came across this brand Faye. These guys really seem to specialize in this type of jacket with lots of different variations of jackets with this closure. I think if you're looking for a good, reliable jacket for the colder months, I would still stick with your typical zip or button closure jacket, but if you've already got a few of these workwear jackets in your rotation and you're looking for something a bit different this year, yeah, you should definitely check these out. I think they're actually quite cool. Of course, it's true that coats in themselves always should come out when the temperature dips, but this year there really seems to be a preference towards longer, more relaxed silhouette coats that specifically hit the knee or lower. They could be cotton trench styles or something like a classic Chesterfield coat, single-breasted, double-breasted or belted, it really doesn't matter. The wider silhouette and the longer length is what's important here. I really love this trend because I'm a massive fan of longer length coats. I mean, overcoats in the winter, they just look so effortlessly cool. With these though, I would highly recommend going for something like a cashmere or wool outer shell. But I also really love these because of how they complement and balance your proportions. Everyone's heard of the rule of thirds, right? You know, you have your top half, which is the 1/3, and you have the bottom half, which creates 2/3. It's a great way to emphasize your leg length and make you appear taller. Long coats that hit you around the knee also do this, but they sort of invert the typical rule of thirds. The coat on the top half takes up 2/3 and just leaves a third at the bottom. And similarly, I think it really balances your proportions well. I will also say that absolutely anyone can wear a longer overcoat. When I was first getting into fashion, I saw so many videos of people saying that if you were a shorter dude, you could just not wear overcoats. That is simply not true. Providing you get the fit and the length right, oversized coats of any kind can complement anyone's frame. I would highly recommend trying a coat like this. There are loads of options out there for this fall winter. I'll link some of my favorites that I've come across down below. If there is one jacket though to rule them all this fall 2024, one jacket that I've seen just absolutely everywhere, it's the NN07 Gale jacket. Made famous of course by Jeremy Allen White wearing it in the TV show The Bear, which I haven't seen by the way. I literally only know about this show because of how prolific this jacket is. And as someone who isn't influenced by the show or its popularity, now I might upset some people here. Let me take coffee before I say this. Okay, I really can't see what is so special about this jacket. It's 430 quid, not even 100% wool. It's not particularly interesting silhouette, it's just a very regular kind of straight fit jacket. And I really don't like the look of the shoulder silhouette. It looks very stiff just from photos and videos I've seen. If the fabric is as thick as I would expect it to be at this price point, it also just doesn't look like it would be very comfortable. I do like that it has a double zipper, although they are only YKK zippers from what I understand. For this price point, I would definitely expect a higher quality zipper like a Riri or a Lampo. I do really like the colors and this kind of abstract implementation of them. And just from what I've seen, they vary the design of the jacket, so every one of them is individual. Very cool idea. I like that a lot. Before you post your angry comments though, just understand it's really not that serious. It's just my personal taste. This jacket undeniably ticks a lot of boxes for a lot of people. So if you have this jacket, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please explain to me why it's 430 quid. That'd be great. Safe to say I'll be passing on this one though. Okay, moving on to tops now. And the biggest trend that I've seen for this fall and winter when it comes to tops or inner layers is fluffy or brushed knits. Whether it be crew necks or vests or even some hoodies. I've mainly been seeing this zip hoodie from rlwstyleuk all over the place. Fluffy knitwear, I can really get behind this trend. Similar to the clasp jackets, it's just a very fresh feeling way to sort of reinvigorate a timeless item like a knit into something a little bit special, fun and interesting. Marni, of course, are the first brand that comes to mind with this style of knitwear, but there are loads of brands that have also hopped on this trend for this fall. I think this trend is a continuation of the fluffy Acne Studio scarf trend that has been very popular for the past couple fall winters. Why only have a fluffy scarf when you can have a whole jumper that's fluffy? I don't know, I think it's really cool. I've personally dipped my toe into this trend. I picked up this beautiful grey knit from Destructive. Very cozy, very autumn appropriate. I also think it's quite a timeless trend. Knitwear is always going to be a wardrobe staple, and this is kind of just a slight variation of it. Even as this trend comes and goes, you can still wear these for years and years to come. So I think these very fluffy or brush knits are a solid option long term as well. Up next is more of a styling method, and this is definitely an evolution of the very oversized Acne Studio scarf trend. It's tying your knitwear around your neck to replicate a scarf. I've seen quite a few people throw around the term sweater scarf. Very nonchalant, very chill, very easy way to make your outfit slightly more interesting, but also personalize it to you. Now, layering your sweatshirt so your knitwear over your shoulders is nothing new here. It's been done for a very long time, but this trend seems to more deliberately attempt to replicate a scarf. I've been seeing this a ton in women's wear recently. I think maybe the Row or something did it in a campaign or maybe in a runway show, and then people have just taken it and adapted it into their own style. I should say when it comes to fashion, and specifically fashion trends, that's just really how the life cycle goes. Women's wear really leads the way with these types of things, and then menswear very slowly adopts its own aspects of these trends and implements that. Honestly, if you're still sleeping on women's wear or women's fashion creators, if you're into style, you are really missing out. I've just seen a lot of people just getting a bit more creative with how they style their pieces. I think people are really trying to individualize their outfits with their accessories and the way that they style them too, which I just think is really cool. Okay, moving on to legwear now, and we have barrel leg jeans. Hailing from Japanese fashion, I believe. Barrel leg denim is nothing new, but so many brands seem to be pushing it this fall. Barrel leg denim really is just as it sounds, categorized by a curved, wider silhouette that is widest around the knee and then tapers in at the waist and the ankle, creating this very interesting round barrel silhouette. Again, I think this is a continuation kind of evolution trend where I think people are just getting a little bit bored of your everyday straight cut, wide fitting denim, and there was something new feeling and fresh. Studio Nicholson really seems to be a pioneer of this type of silhouette, as well as Legwear with their twist denim silhouette. I do quite like this barrel silhouette. I think it's cool and new, but it still kind of feels very familiar at the same time. I had a lot of time to sort of try it and style it with the Uniqlo videos I did, and I really enjoyed it, particularly the JW Anderson denim that I tried. I really love that pair. Not for everyone, but I can definitely see barrel leg denim becoming more of a talking point heading into 2025. Quickly also for legwear, I just want to briefly mention darker wash denim, particularly dark indigo or washed black denim. It really seems at the moment, whatever style you're into, dark wash indigo denim or wash black denim really is the play. Again, I'm going to say this is nothing new here. Dark denim is timeless. You can never go wrong here. Dark wash also feels very fall appropriate too. It just fits so nicely within a fall color palette, and it's just so much easier to wear in sort of wet and uncertain weather. I've seen a lot of people style their darker denim throughout the year. It was definitely popular this summer with the dark wash oversized jorts that everyone was wearing, and this is a very natural continuation of that trend into fall and winter. Silhouette wise, of course, like I mentioned, you have your barrel leg denim, but specifically for menswear, I think you're going to be seeing a lot of wide, straight cut denim still. Just same as the past few years, I don't really see anything changing in terms of silhouette just yet. I really love dark wash denim. I've been eyeing up this beautiful dark wash indigo pair from Carhartt, as well as the R Legacy third cut denim that everyone seems to be going crazy for. But if you're on a budget, I would still highly recommend the weekday Galaxy jeans. I feel like a broken record talking about these at the moment. They're just such a great pair. Not too slim, not too relaxed. They come in the perfect wash black and tons of different dark wash indigos. They're just the perfect pair of denim for fall, and the best part is they're really affordable too. Okay, moving on to footwear now, and I have quite a few trends that I want to talk about that I would deem notable for this fall. The first being the rise of this ultra low profile sports orientated sneaker, almost driving shoe style trend. You've probably all seen the Miu Miu 530s from New Balance that have been doing the rounds at the moment. New Balance just continues to kill the footwear game. Every time I think that they just sort of like slip out of contention for what is most trendy, they hit us with just another insane collaboration. You've probably also seen the Puma Speed Cats a ton. These really aren't for me, but shout out to you if you can pull them off. And in general, a quick shout out to Puma as a brand. I just feel like they're so underrated in the footwear space. I grew up wearing Puma Suedes, so I definitely have a soft spot for them, and it's just great to see them in the limelight a bit more. A few other notable pairs would be the Dries Van Noten pair. These are a really beautiful silhouette. Of course, I can't not mention the pair that really sort of started this trend, the Onitsuka Tiger. I really do think that that shoe will have its moment over the next couple of months, becoming the almost default shoe of the slightly fashion inclined masses. It feels like it hasn't quite gone super viral like the Samba just yet, but I definitely think it could over the next couple of months. And I've seen a lot of hype for Adidas's newest slim silhouette, Adidas Taekwondo. I do quite like the look of these silhouettes, but I can just imagine how uncomfortable they are. It really seems like there's barely any cushioning sort of under your feet at all, even less so than a Samba, and so many people were complaining how uncomfortable those were. These just seem like an even more slimmer, more uncomfortable version of those. I also found this beautiful pair on Massimo Dutti that I think is the perfect blend of affordability and high quality. I might grab these and see what sort of things I can put together. Next footwear trend I want to discuss, and this is a controversial one, this weird continued blending of very casual sports orientated silhouettes with smart footwear silhouettes. Three notable pairs I want to talk about here. Firstly, we have the New Balance loafers. The 1906 Ls, I think they're called. These are very interesting to say the least. I want to say that if you posed to me the idea of a New Balance runner silhouette in the shape of a loafer, I would have said you were just insane. But am I crazy in that I kind of like these? Oh god. I'm probably not going to pick up a pair though, because the resale on these is just crazy, and I'd have no idea how to style them. They're so far removed from what I'm used to. And of course they went for silver as the first release colorway. Crazy. I have seen that they plan on pumping a bunch of colorways out on these, and I saw the black and white Jinyu Watanabe pairs that came out earlier in the year, so I might try these, we'll see. These are just such divisive shoes. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Equally divisive, up next you have the Martine Rose Nike Shocks. These have been doing numbers this year and have come out in a bunch of bright and interesting colorways. These are really the epitome of what I call a fashion person's shoe. Like if I see you on the street wearing these, I just know you're into fashion, you know? These have largely been adopted by women's wear, but menswear has started already to incorporate them into some outfits. The most obvious one that comes to mind is Kendrick wearing them at the Grammys last year with his full Martine Rose outfit. A very interesting silhouette. When I first saw them, I was like, these are disgusting. But I think Martine Rose is such a sick designer that only she could put these two kind of silhouettes together and make them work so well. Yeah, they're really not my style, but shout out to you if you can pull them off. Lastly is a new pair that I saw the other day, the Clot and Adidas Dress Superstars. Man, these are interesting. These haven't been released yet, so it's going to be difficult to sort of say how popular they're going to be, but I can just definitely see these being hugely sought after by the more trendy side of the fashion community. Just a very interesting silhouette that again is going to continue this trend into fall 2024 and beyond. Lastly for footwear, I just quickly want to talk about boots you'll be seeing. I really feel like there are two specific boots that are just going to dominate fall and winter this year. On one side there's the more younger, trend driven, more casual side of the fashion community wearing Timbs, and on the other side there's a slightly older generation more concerned with quality and timelessness wearing the R Legacy Camion boots. I think it's going to be an interesting sort of back and forth between these two for the most popular. I definitely, for what it's worth, lean more towards the Camion boots. But yeah, let me know what you think of this and let me know what side you guys are on. Okay, let's briefly discuss trending colors for this fall. Brown I think is going to be hugely popular this year. Of course, it's a fall staple color, but really it's being pushed as part of this heavily monochromatic style of dressing everyone is doing. I saw it a ton with brands like La Mer, Bottega Veneta, Jill Sander. Brown I think is just such an incredible color. I love wearing brown. I used to really not like wearing brown because I wore a lot of black, and obviously you can't wear brown and black together. Man, growing up, Alpha M really did a number on me, honestly. Brown is also just great because it's used a lot with suede, which will also be super popular. More on that later. Next color I've seen a lot this fall is green. Now again, I want to say that I fully understand green is always a great color to wear in fall, but similarly to brown, there was just so many outstanding items that I saw in this beautiful green. I've seen green used as accents here and there, but mostly it's been in more monochromatic ways of dressing, pairing different shades of green all within one outfit. Both colors I really think are great for the everyday consumer too. Both of the colors are super versatile and they pair so well with a lot of the neutral tones that a lot of you guys probably already have in your wardrobes. Okay, let's continue zooming out and let's focus on fabrics and textures that I've been seeing a ton this fall. Suede really seems to be having a bit of a moment. Suede, of course, timeless fabric, nothing new here. It's been used in clothing for decades now. I think this is a general evolution of the guy who really loves his denim jackets but wants something something a bit more luxury feeling and a bit more special. Western style in general is growing hugely in popularity right now. I mean, LV 2024 winter was just so sick, and suede is just such a huge part of that Western style. I myself have been eyeing up some vintage suede shop jackets for a long time now, and I'll probably grab one soon as I don't have one in my jacket collection currently. I also found this beautiful Type 2 brown suede jacket on Massimo Dutti. Yeah, I really love suede, particularly on jackets. We'll definitely be picking one up soon. Next notable fabric I have here is animal print, particularly cow print and leopard print, both quite obviously dividing fabrics. In the past, I really would have said you have to be a certain type of person to wear these fabrics, but really seeing how easily it's been integrated into menswear this fall, I really feel the opinion on animal print has sort of shifted, and it has been accepted by a lot of guys who before would definitely have not been down with it. And well, now the floodgates are open, probably because of the Wales Bonner Sambas that came out. Actually, there was those cow print Sambas that came out as well, wasn't there? Animal print shirts, jeans, beanies, knits, vests, shoes. I think it just feels very cool and very fresh, and honestly I feel like it's got to a point where anyone can look and feel good whilst wearing it, whereas before I feel like it would only work if you were really into fashion or you just generally preferred a kind of more unique and flamboyant style. Really, anyone can wear it and make it look good. Last section, I just quickly want to talk about our trending accessories for this fall. Accessories, to be honest, I think year on year are really becoming more and more important when it comes to dressing well, and something that you should really be paying attention to when you yourself are putting together your own outfits. Last year it was very much the carabiner keychain around the belt loops of your trousers, but this year it is all about Western style belts, and I personally really love this trend. I just think they're straight up cool. Like I briefly mentioned, Western style is definitely growing in the fashion community at the moment, and this style of belt being so popular is a facet of that. At the moment it is kind of like low-key and very classic though. They're quite thin black or brown leather with a simple silver, bronze or gold buckle, but I could definitely see, or in fact I've already seen, belts diverging into more eye-catching and flamboyant ones. Cow print belts, leopard print belts, suede belts, or those ones with more ornate detailed buckles. I really love the ones that are currently popular. The most popular one I've seen again is from rlwstyleuk, but there are loads of brands out there hopping on this trend and releasing their own version, so you don't have to drop a lot of money on this specific one. I saw this one from Levi's, which is quite well priced, and also this one from Olive Clothing. Yeah, just very cool accessory. I like these a lot. Let me know down in the comments which trends I missed here. I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of these trends that I've mentioned. I'll be replying down in the comments as I always do, so feel free to share your thoughts. If you enjoyed or found this video helpful, make sure you drop a like down below and subscribe. I've never really done a trends video like this before, so that'd be a great indication as to whether I should do more of these types of things. If you're after more fall fashion content from me, you can check this video out here. As always, thanks for watching guys. Hope you have a wonderful week. I will see you in the next one. See you then.